over. Um, the Denver Broncos are heading to the AFC Championship, baby. And there goes my Super Bowl pick too. Uh, this was a very tough matchup. Defense versus defense. Both of them having a huge impact on this game. I would say more on the defense of the Pittsburgh Steelers had a more of an impact on Denver that throughout the most half until it ended up in the fourth quarter where they just completely took over. Denver took over offensively. Um, it was a tough break. Uh, Going down all the way down to the wire, where Pittsburgh needed a touchdown to tie this game up. Um, they tried to do what Seattle Seahawks just did with the Panthers. Try to kick the ball. Hopefully, they could able to make a turnover immediately by grabbing the ball. Um, just like the Seattle Seahawks, it didn't happen. So Denver walks away with one. Surprisingly, it was much tougher matchup than I thought it would be because without Antonio Brown, Ben Roethlisberger, you would think wouldn't have the greatness of him. Having someone who could throw deep, but apparently he didn't. He didn't really need much at all. Actually, he pretty much outperformed Peyton Manning, thanks to Brian and a couple other people. You have Colas, Wheaton. I hope I pronounced his name right. Hayward. Uh, the running game was not much good, but the passing was great. It was solid. And you have to give Ben Roethlisberger a big one of applause. Um, he did his job. He did the best that he could, but just couldn't. Time was against him, and he didn't really have the weapons to work with. Plus, he's working injured as well, and now we have to try it again next year. Peyton Manning, he did well as to try and to look at the defense, how Pittsburgh's defense is working, how it's set up. He's constantly changing the play, replay a lot. It constantly worked, but just he couldn't capitalize on it. A lot of his receivers couldn't capitalize it. Not any of them, except for Sanders, had a great game. Uh, the running game wasn't good at all. Pretty much pitch poor a little bit. Um, yeah, it was all defense from the Denver Broncos who got them the win, especially when Talib able to poke out the ball from one of the Pittsburgh Steelers receivers and able to drive them to for the end zone to score, giving them 23 points. Uh, and that's all there is to it. So that's it. Denver faces the Patriots next week for the AFC Championship, and who goes on to the Super Bowl 50. And then you have the Carolina Panthers versus the Arizona Cardinals for the NFC Championship. So that's it for me. Peace out.